I
When
think
you're going through trauma, you got to learn how to deal with it while you're going through it too.
yeah.
Because a lot of people will drink and smoke and just keep pushing it off, and then one day that shit just gonna hit you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna paralyze you. Feel me? So that's another thing. That's one of the hardest things to learn.
Welcome back to Opinionated the podcast. I am your host Joshua Hicks, and alongside me, as always, is my brother Tyree Washington. Where we give people what?
The truth, the unspoken things that nobody wants to talk about, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And here we got a special guest.
We have Darion Moore, known as D Moore, the best personal trainer in Kansas City.
You heard him. Best person.
Yeah, the best.
The best. Kansas City, Missouri. There we go.
Not Kansas City, Kansas City,
Missouri. No Kansas City, no Kansas.
Just like that.
I already thought about that.
Yeah, I ain't know.
They get mad. We get mad when we play. Bro,
I was like, oh, my fault, bro. I ain't
No,
got no
you good.
blood.
We still
on that.
love y'all though, but we don't play about that.
All right, so D, we like to talk and start off with "You Think You Know Me," and "You Think You Know Me" is basically just giving you to tell the audience a little bit about yourself or where your mindset is with certain things. So Ree and I was talking previous before the show on this question for you, and we believe is respect earned or given?
Respect is earned.
Why is that?
Yeah,
That's how you feel? It's just respect is earned?
it's earned. I earn my respect.
Mm.
I don't
Is
think
it-
it was just. I think like you just. I mean, you can give people respect for what they're doing, but you still earned it. You still earn their respect type thing. Yeah, I think it's earned.
So if you walk in a room with a bunch of strangers and you see them, they automatically just give
Yeah,
them
my
respect.
aura just give off like we ain't about to
Bullshit.
bullshit him,
Yeah.
So
No, I like that.
Yeah.
That's respect. I definitely do believe it's earned.
yeah,
I mean, what am I to sit up here? I just met you today. What is it like me just giving you my respect? Oh, here you go.
yeah,
But just talking to you prior to the show, it's like, man, I got a different light. It definitely earned that. And Ree just always was telling me positive things about you, and I was like, if he's always cool with Ree, you're always cool with me.
but
I think something my grandpa always taught me. He was like, he always tries to give somebody a full glass of respect. When he walks into the room, that's what they get.
Yeah.
It's what they do with it that that's where it's gonna go. He was like, I kind of, again, you get your aura off, your presence is felt. You know what I mean? So he's just like, I can give everybody the same respect. I just want it back.
yeah,
And then what they do with it is where it's gonna go.
yeah. You can lose it fast.
Quicker than you think.
Yeah.
Quicker than you think. And
As
I
soon
think
as you
that-
open your mouth, you lose it.
Exactly. And, we always talk about social media. We talk about it on every episode almost just because it's such a big part of times nowadays. And we just want to, question you, ask, how are morals flawed nowadays? What's the difference between people's morals maybe 10, 15 years ago compared to today?
Mm-hmm.
Like
People
what?
sell out now. People sell out. It seems like with a lot of people, it don't really seem like what you about no more. It's what you got, not what's in you. It's what you got. So I've been around people that's had a lot of shit on, a lot of expensive shit on, but didn't stand for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was dumb. They couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that. Social media makes you want more than what you need. Like if people get lost in who they are just off of scrolling through social media.
How do you think people can find themselves, though?
So, they're gonna take a loss. They're gonna wake up somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Reality
reality gonna
quick.
hit them like this ain't your life. You know what I'm saying? So get back to. You need to go find what you really need to be doing. Social media is not paying none of us. Feel me?
I think people are just captivated by, we were talking about, just the wins, automatic wins, right? And, your morals are always tested. You always say, okay, will this picture affect me in this, particular, job? Where it's like, will you respect me as a man tomorrow if I go on here and I'm out here saying I got all this nice stuff, but I stay in a hole in the wall. But hey, I got all this money, but I ain't
Like
gonna
it's
take care of
people
my
that really
kids.
know you though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't you didn't grow up with me.
Yeah.
You know, I think people's morals are just always tested nonstop, but they just love that.
People just
That
want to
like.
look at them in a different light.
Why does a like that from a person that lives all the way in California who doesn't even know you? Why does that matter so much to you? Why does their opinion matter?
I think it's a generational upbringing as
Being
well.
accepted.
Yeah. I think it's just different too. Like, you were raised on loyalty. We were all raised on loyalty, but you have somebody now, they're gonna ask you what is loyalty, because their loyalty is different, and they're coming up different. So it's like, oh, it's cool to get over on certain people. That's me being loyal. And then, you know, some people try to turn around like, that's just being loyal to myself to get over on you, just for I get there first. You know, I mean, you can even bring it back with the likes and stuff like that. Like, I know people who take down pictures because
they didn't get enough.
They ain't get enough likes, or at that moment, you know, within them 10 minutes, it ain't up to their standard.
Yeah.
So again, I think it also shapes your morals and your values and what you look at, what you try to look at. You know what I mean? So that's my personal opinion on. All right, so just a good question that I thought would be good. You know, today in today's society, nobody really talks about their losses. You know, everybody posts their wins, they post their success stories. They never really talk about what they had to go through, you know, to get there. Like, for an example, like, again, we spoke and you had a lot of people who come ask you for things. I mean, fitness is a big thing for you, you know, so they, you know, get embarrassed about like having to really work through it. So like, what are some like examples that you feel?
So I'm a bodybuilder. I'm gonna give you one right here. I'm a bodybuilder. I've competed 8 times. My first competition, I got last place. Then my 8th competition I just recently did, I just won.
Congratulations.
You know, so all them losses, I feel like it would have just been a good thing just for my city to see. Like, not even just for myself. It's just continuing what you're doing, because you're going to keep getting better if you're doing it every day. You know what I'm saying? So I took 7 losses before I got my win. You feel me? So I feel like you got to bless people every day. So hold on game, don't get you blessed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But like, do you find that hard? Like, you know, not even to cut you off, but
coming
like, just
from here, it ain't hard.
Okay.
Because it ain't no support. So you gotta, it makes you grimy. You know what I'm saying? So when you ain't got nobody to really push you here. You gotta just wake up and want to get it yourself.
So getting out that mud, that mentality,
Yeah.
That's just what you're born with in this area.
Yeah, I was born with. I said my mama come from it. You know what I'm saying? So I seen it growing up, and it just washed down to me. Feel me? So I've always been like this. Anything I put my mind to, I'm gonna be good at. You feel me? I can do anything. To me, if you ask me, we go play golf, and you know,
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out as we go. That's what life is about. It's just taking them L's, because that's your experience right there.
Yeah.
You don't learn if you just keep quitting and switching your trades.
And I think that's how people get lost a lot of times. They get captivated with just the wins. You know, I got a dub. You know, I just got a promotion. I want everybody to see that I just got all the success, but nobody really saw you working as hard behind the scenes of how you say you got rejected from this job, or you got rejected from this college, or you lost this competition. You're only given that false reality of, oh, I win all the time, and no, that's not true. So like, what would you like your advice be for people, like not to get caught up in that aspect of just only talking about their wins?
I feel like you just got to keep pushing through what you're doing, most of all. And in this society now, you could get on Instagram and compare your life to somebody else. Exactly. And then you always gonna feel behind. The motherfuckers that you'll never see, never meet, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you comparing your life to them, you always gonna feel behind. So it's just facing your reality and using your gifts. You gotta use your gifts, because I started off working out and my blessings just came to me. Like, I wouldn't just say came to me, but it's like, all right, I'm working out, everybody coming to me for questions. All right, let me start training people. You know what I'm saying? Because they seen me. I was 250 pounds. I went all the way down to like 168 pounds. So I lost like 85 pounds, you know. So they seen the transformation. So they like, let me get a piece of this.
But did you wake up one day and was like, I'm going to do this, or there was something behind the backstory?
So I got a homie named Alfonso.
Okay.
And he had a gym. He was partnered with one of his longtime friends. And I was over his house one day, because I always come up to his gym, And I'm like, what you think about me training out of your gym? He was like, it's like, come on. Like, he just welcomed me open arms. So I was working at 4. I'll go in at 5 and I get off at 4 in the morning. I have my first class at 6. Not even getting no sleep. I'm just going straight there. And he met me there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't training nobody at the time, but, you know, just having somebody else that believe in your vision before you can really see your vision and really see where you're going, yeah, that was a major blessing for me. So
it means a lot. Just to tap in on that, I think prior episodes that we've talked, you know, is that support system that you have around you, though, you know, you'll find them at different aspects and parts in your life.
Yeah.
And just to touch base, just me personally, like growing, I feel like there are considered losses, but I don't look at losses the same no more now as I did back then.
Yeah, lessons.
Yeah, they're lessons, and
Elaborate on that.
You said what?
Talk on that.
But just like, you know, how can I really explain this? Like, I look back at relationships or just, you know, things that didn't work out, jobs, or then like even in the gym, I had like you know, Marcus Gates, so he was my trainer, and then he kind of pushed me to, he's like, "Where you got this?" And then like the first time I never felt, I'm like, man, I'm not looking as good as I want to, and it's just that continuing path, you know, just keep going on that. But I just don't look at them the same, because like after my cut, I started eating, shot back up in weight, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't look at it as a loss because I was doing it for so long. It's just like a lesson that I have to do it this way next time. You know, just for an example. So yeah, so I think that was one of the big things.
I learned that a lot with just my body. Like, this is going on my 4th year, just me really taking care of myself. And it was just me not quitting, you know what I'm saying? Me just getting to the goal weight that I wanted, or the figure that I imagined in my head. Like, that really helped me, like, through any loss that people would call a loss. Because I look at everything like, all right, that didn't work. What did I learn from that? All right, now let's try this again this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really, losses to me is you losing people to death. You can't tell, I ain't took no losses. You know what I'm saying? Them is my major losses. People that I'll never be able to call again, see again. You feel me? So it's everything's a lesson for me.
And I kind of just to touch on that as well. Like, I kind of look at it like people nowadays, they try to get over on you to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Especially here. I think that's just how it is all over. Like, where are you going by getting over on me on this right now? Like, I gave you 50, you just don't want to pay me back. That's cool.
Yeah, we talk
but
about
you,
it all the time.
you know, you lose that longevity that you could have had me. I'll do anything for you. So I think that's really big.
That's major.
Just touch off what you were saying, like, you know, even in phone calls we've had, it's like you give somebody $50 and they think that they got over on you, but they don't realize if you just would have asked from the get go, just my love for you, I would have gave it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We gave you 150.
Exactly.
You know
So I definitely feel
And
where
I think,
from.
I think just me and you had that real good connection right off the jump. You know what I mean? I'm in contact with your mom as well, so I think we've always had that. Just, I got you, you got me. You know what I mean? I never had that. I think one of my friends,
she's always genuine, bro.
Yeah, that's what it's always been. Yeah. And my best friend, Catherine, she kind of, told me, she's like, if you have to question somebody, if your body's asking you why are they in your life, you usually don't have them as you continue life. Again, they come in your life as a lesson.
Yeah, if your spirit reject people, you just don't need them.
Exactly.
Right? You know,
you can just get in a room with somebody and you just know it.
Just feel it. Yeah.
And it's weird because I went through this weird enlightening phase just this year. Kind of really pushed it into me, but we had nothing but time to kind of sit and think. Just because the whole COVID happened and X, Y, Z, and you get to learn yourself. And if you never knew yourself, it's the perfect time to learn yourself. And if you didn't really come out of 2020 with nothing, and
better mindset.
And it's really working on you, working on yourself.
If you made it out of 2020, you really a beast.
Yeah,
exactly. Because like it was like one of the deadliest calculated years, like ever. You know what I'm saying? So just that thought alone just put fire under me for 2021. And even though I still don't know what to expect, none of us really do.
But we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about like self, like working on self? I know that you're spiritual now. I follow you. Know what I'm saying? I see you talk about taking care of yourself a lot. What do you kind of think about self?
Something that really helped me, cause I was in the streets, bro. Like before I started doing what I was doing, I was in the streets. Like moving with no conscience, you know what I'm saying? And it really took me to get away from the people that I was around first. I'd get super drunk and I could fight. I was a fighter. I'd get so drunk that I'd get in a fight and not even remember who I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's putting me at risk the next time I go out. That's even putting the people that was around at risk.
Yeah.
You know, so I looked at myself always as the leader of who I was around, and I still do. So it took for me just getting away from them, getting away from people just of my same upbringing. Not even saying that I switched my group of friends. It's just
categorizing them, learning how you could rock with them, learning how you could.
Yeah, but I really had to get away from my circle because I stopped drinking because I started having health issues. I stopped drinking, and I started saying I ain't even had nothing in common with a lot of people that I was around, other than us just being drunk. You know what I'm saying? Living off memories that you may wake up and remember, may not wake up and remember. So I got away from that, and my circle started changing. Like, they started wanting to work out. I've always been on probation, but I was still always moving without a conscience. I stopped carrying guns, they stopped carrying guns. You know what I'm saying? They start finding their purpose after I found what I wanted to do and my purpose. So it's kind of like a butterfly effect for all of us. Once I changed, I was putting everybody if you was with me, you was at risk. Cause shit, I don't know who I fought yesterday, but we out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't know who they are.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who you're gonna run into. You know, so it started with me. Like, I went like a whole year I didn't drink no liquor, and that's when I really found myself. Cause I was the problem starter. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit could have been brought to the table. I ain't care at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just I stopped drinking. Just found my blessing, and I just started blessing other people. That's what life is about. You find your gift and you spread your gift amongst other people. That's how you always gonna be blessed. You know, so what I'm doing now is making up for the bad I did back then. You know, I ain't got nobody after me. I ain't got to worry about that. It's people that shot at me, I shot at them, and we hug when we see each other. You know what I'm saying? People I beat up and we hug. We brought shit to the table. We men. I ain't got no kids, y'all do. Y'all got more to lose than me. But I'm a grown man, and I'm about what I'm doing, and I know what I mean to this city. You know what you mean to your kids, you know what you mean to your family. Bro, we ain't gotta shed no blood over this. You know what I'm saying? So once that start falling, like it just started happening. Like, it was just natural. Like, my spirit would just tell me, like, you have to make ends with this person. You gotta better this situation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get away from these people. I wasn't no sucker. Like, I wasn't fighting the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I let it happen, and my life just started elevating from there on. You know,
started unfolding. But you had some good things. So I kind of wanted to elaborate on those. You said you think people need to see how they. What you said? You said you think people need to change on how they feel after being disrespected. How do you?
Oh yeah. I was one of them people. Just being sensitive to every little thing. Get you in more problems, more issues than what you need to be in. I couldn't take a joke at one time. Like, I wasn't joking with nobody, and that's my effect was me getting in all them fights and me being in that place of life, that dark place that I was in. You know what I'm saying? So having a sense of humor, just everything don't need to be took how you taking it. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, like, even just talking to you just for these few minutes, you know, it's obvious you had growth. But before growth, it has to be a wall that you hit in life where it was just like a wake up call.
Man, I got this cousin. His name is Joshua Dunn.
Okay.
He was my roommate. So he had ended up getting shot in his face. I was at work. He had went, like, it was just my spirit that told me that don't go to the party that he went to. Like, it was either go to work, because I could have took the day off, or go to the party. I went to work in my party outfit. You know what I'm saying?
It was a last minute decision.
Someone just told me to go to work. Like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting like hella calls. I answer my phone, they like, yeah, Jay just got shot. So his mama don't even know. I'm running out. I'm calling his mama. I tell her, like, you need to get up. Your son just got shot. So we trying to figure out where he go. We end up taking him to the worst hospital, Truman. I mean, not Truman, but on 63rd Research. We end up taking him to Research. And after that, like, I couldn't stop drinking. I'm around with guns every day. Remind you, I'm on probation.
Yeah.
I stopped going to work. Just my mind just wasn't there. And then I got in a big fight like with my parents. This was in October of 2016. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not about to make it to Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my mindset. Like I was ready to die behind him getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it to Christmas, and December 31st, I was like, man, I'm done with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm changing everything. Like I got back tight with my parents. I'm like, man, I need to lose weight, cause I couldn't even go to work. Like, cause I had blood pressure issues, so every time I go to work, they'll send me right back home. So they ended up telling me not to come to work for like 2 months. So I had to stop drinking. I got my blood pressure right, and I told my parents. Now I got a homie named Ryan. So as I'm working out, he like, bro, you need to get in bodybuilding. Like as he's seeing my progress. Man, I'm from the streets. I ain't doing that. Cause I just wasn't experienced.
Yeah.
Like they up there in thongs and shit. That's before I had experience and shit.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah. So like he brought it up for like 2 weeks. Like the last day he brought it up, I typed in bodybuilding on my Google search engine, and Arnold Schwarzenegger popped up. I'm like, I need to look like that right there. So after that, I just dedicated every day to I stopped drinking for a year straight. I ain't have no cheat meals for a year straight. I ain't eat no carbs for a year straight. Just straight meat and vegetables. Like that's
rough.
Yeah, and I lost
I'm hurting right now.
lost hella weight.
Yeah, that man said no carbs.
Yeah,
but
it built a different mental strength for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I do bodybuilding, because having to be on a strict diet and having to work out every day, it's easy to quit. You know, it's easy to skip meals, easy to eat other shit. So, it's a test for myself. You know what I'm saying?
And to capitalize on that, asking you man to man, what advice would you give these younger kids, man? Because obviously we're from the city. I'm from Miami. Y'all from here, but y'all see, kids killing each other left and right. What would you tell them? Like,
it's hard right now because there's a lot of bad role models out. Like my generation is full of bad role models. Like the kids here is looking up to terrible kids here that's got them on drugs at 18. I got a young homie that died off of a fake perk at 18 years old, bro. At 18, you know what I'm saying? But his role models, they pop perks. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all not looking at, y'all not seeing this. Y'all not seeing what y'all my age. This youngin is 18, bro. That's a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just finding your gift.
Yeah.
Finding your gift and living through your gift and giving your gift to other people.
Do you have anybody who, I ain't mean to cut you off, but do you have anybody who helped you along the way? Meaning like, kind of shaped that. Another thing you had kind of quoted was having that warrior mindset. Is there anybody that was close to you that kind of helped you shape that?
My mom, my parents, my homie Ryan, Michelle, Jadell, Harvey, Duty. Them are my closest people. And every day they just remind me of the beast that's inside of me. Without me even asking or needing the reinsurance, they
give it.
Yeah, like it's just an energy I give off, like, and they like, you this, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different energy, and it keep me going. My girl, every day, you know what I'm saying? Like every day, so them just having Zoe.
That support.
Oh man, that dude's a blessing, bro.
Oh, yeah,
you know
he
what I'm
looked out
saying?
for
Like
me.
I was lost, like you feel me, lost, and he helped me find my purpose, helped me find my direction. So them, and I talk to them every day.
Yeah.
I keep them close to me, so.
I got you. Then we're going to go into this segment called Ree Spill. So he kind of already touched base into it, but I really wanted to kind of maybe speak about how influences what I want to talk about, because I feel like a lot of nowadays, people's influence are influenced, and they're influenced by who knows what. And then again, you're taking after what they're telling you to do. I watched this podcast, and it was like, a lot of these people make songs about drugs and doing all this, but they have fucking different bitches and stuff like that, but they have wives at home, and they don't use them drugs. They don't even drink, they don't even smoke. So
that false reality.
Yeah, that that you're giving yourself this idea that's not true.
It's so easy to like, I wouldn't even say like fall victim. People just they attention just grasp on to like just the wrong shit. But it'd be a lot of people, so it'd be like, shit, I gotta follow this too to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think kids is just easily influenced. Like you'll know a kid that didn't grow up in the hood but get around people and say he's from the hood.
Yeah, you see that all the time.
Like, cause he think that's cool. You know, like if you ain't from the hood, you ain't cool. That's how a lot of people think. If you cool, you cool, bro. It don't matter where you from. I got people from all over. From the hood, not from the hood, suburbs, you know what I'm saying? But if you cool, you cool. You know, if you stand for something, you still gonna be respected. It don't matter where you from.
Yeah.
It don't, and like material now has got people mind going crazy too. To where they'll forget like what they even gotta stand for anything. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just built on what you got. You gotta have the nice shoes. You gotta have the newest shoes, the newest clothes, or you ain't cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with me, I ain't never had to do that because I was always somebody. You know, I always knew who I was. So the same girl that you can get with them clothes, I could get in my gym clothes. You know, because I stand for something. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Brings us back to the morals.
Yeah.
Do you think they like gravitate towards that though? Like just speaking in like from a
To me, yeah, they gravitate towards me because people seen when I was in the streets to what I am now. So the youngest that's been following me, they tell me all the time they inspire.
Well, I think the youth, they're searching for a leader. They want a leader. They want someone to tell them that something is wrong. No, man, come change your life. Come over here and do it. But in most aspects, they just, that pride gets in, like, oh, I don't want to ask somebody. Like, no, man, you don't have to follow down the wrong path. A lot of people understand that that's the wrong path. Stop glamorizing, these celebrities who you don't even know, telling you, oh yeah, I got it out the mud.
Yeah.
Low key, they got paid
$1
$1 million just to say that advertisement. They telling you that they drink all day, every day, and they don't even drink.
no.
But it's just a paycheck in their pocket.
I feel like I'm like elevation in pure form as a human. Like anybody that's been following me, they see the elevation every year. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I aim to do, is get better every year as a person. Not just as what I'm doing, 'cause that come quick. But as a person, that shit take time. You know what I'm saying? Just relearning, forgetting some of the shit that you learned, relearning the right way. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's the Bam. Shout out to Bam because he kind of helped transition my mind into that, and he used to talk about things like that all the time. Working at the 9. Shout out. Wish it was still up, but he used to say like things are really simple. We as humans make things complicated. We will overthink something, which will make it complicated. As if you just look at it as it is, you keep it black and white. Sometimes we get lost in the gray area, with the emotions, and keep it black and white, and things, your answers come quicker than what you think. And we used to talk every Friday before the shift really started. He just kind of would go into depth about why. And he's like, people never really ask themselves why. They never really had that thought to actually like question again things that they're doing, and it comes from trauma. It comes from childhood problems, or like as you grow up, you just tag it along because that's how you grow up, so you take it. So I think it is important that you really change, unlearn, behavior that wasn't good for you. And I think that's what you've done. I think
when you're going through trauma, you got to learn how to deal with it while you're going through it too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will drink and smoke and just keep pushing it off, and then one day that shit just gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna paralyze you. Feel me? So that's another thing. That's one of the hardest things to learn. Because you don't want to go through it. You don't want to really feel the reality. You don't want to face it. So, fuck, let me just get drunk. I'm gonna be numb to it. You know what I'm saying?
And then it continues like a snowball effect.
Then when it finally hits you, it's gonna paralyze you. You ain't gonna be able to move, nothing. And I've been that way before. But I've learned to deal with trauma as I go through it. Learn to deal with death as I'm going through death. You know what I'm saying? So,
have you ever went to like therapy, or this is just something naturally just you're just numb to it? You just understand, okay, this is life. Someone dies, gotta move, keep pushing, gotta keep living another day.
So I have somebody I talk to. Her name is Miss J.
Okay.
She's like my therapist.
Okay.
She's very spiritual, like on a whole nother level. And I forgot to mention her. She helped me change my life in a major way. So yeah, I got somebody to talk to. I talk to my mom a lot. I don't really feel like I'm always in a good mental state nowadays. So I don't feel like I need a therapist. I'm not really as numb to death as I once was. I used to look at it like a fly getting killed on the wall or something. You know, but now it's just, you gotta value life. I didn't value people's life back then. I didn't value my life for real. You know, I was just waking up and whatever the day was, it just was. Whatever that day brought, that's how it was. So just find a value outside of tradition. Yeah, that shit is major.
I think just me kind of knowing you, just speaking to you, I like the aspect that I feel like that sometimes you help your mom in other ways.
Yeah, she get her strength from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but at a point in time, you got your strength from her.
Yeah, I get all my strength from her.
So
my mama can't do no wrong. She
probably,
any wrong she made, I come back and fix them. You know what I'm saying? She get a second chance with me. I tell her that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm your second chance. You know, so my wins, she more happier for my wins than I am. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a bigger win for her. You feel me? Like this is one of your wrongs that I just right here. You know? Yeah, she tell me every day that she proud of me.
There's nothing better than mom's pride.
Number one.
This week, I challenge you not to be humble, not in a distasteful way where you become arrogant, but let your light shine. In life, people only tell you to be humble when you have accomplished an achievement or reached a certain level of success. Nobody ever tells a person down on their luck to be humble. Don't humble your blessing to make someone else feel comfortable with their lack of effort. As always, God bless. Selah.